Alrighty, hello everybody. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025. I'm Jason Shapiro. Um, Relatively slow day today, I would say. We did come in and there was some selling sort of right from the get-go. I mean, this is the open of the stock market right here, right from the get-go, right into that midday, and then rebound. So Nasdaq led. Dow still closed up 400. Um, you know, as that selling happened in the Nasdaq, it was straight up buying in the Dow. Something we have seen a lot of in the last couple months. It's just rotation. Everybody's scared to be in the Nasdaq. It's too expensive. The big names that are driving it, so they get out of that and they get into there. It doesn't look like money's leaving the market. It looks like money is shifting, and again, you do the math. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, NVIDIA is bigger than the entire Dow Jones Industrial Average." Well, okay, so if people sell 10% of their NVIDIA holdings and put it into the Dow, then this is what you get. Frankly, just math, and that's what's going on. I continue to be hesitant to really short anything, but my hesitancy doesn't stop the market from going down. So if we're going to think about why maybe my hesitancy is misplaced, I can sort of make that argument. I do believe that over time the Nasdaq should lead the market. Certainly not right now. Dow is making new highs. The S&P is closer to new highs, and the Nasdaq is the furthest from new highs. That's a Nasdaq lag, and it has been since the day when the Nasdaq failed on the Palantir earnings, which was here. We still haven't gotten through the high of that day, frankly. If I were short because of that news failure, I would still be short until it went through that high. So the Nasdaq is in fact lagging. Okay, that's argument number one. The argument about liquidity, certainly we can't make the argument that that's hurting gold, because it's not. We can't make the argument that it's hurting silver, because silver made new highs today. Can't really make the argument that it's hurting bonds, because bonds are doing nothing. But it's certainly not helping Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I would make the argument, has been the biggest disappointment of all assets this year. Not that it's down the most of anything. It's not even down. It's up, 7-8% in the year. But given the expectations that at best Bitcoin is the best place to be, given all the money printing going on and the fiat currency problems and all that Bitcoin was going to be the place to be for that. Well, it hasn't, because gold has. I mean, you could just look at the charts, right? Gold, Bitcoin. Okay, so and the fact that it's going to be the currency of choice for the AI generation and all that. Well, AI is done just fine, and Bitcoin still has not done very well. At worst, Bitcoin is supposed to be at least a sort of leveraged long play on on the stock market, or really on Nasdaq type of thing, and it really hasn't held up to that either. Nasdaq, Bitcoin, it's moved with it, but it's done worse. So to me, Bitcoin's been very disappointing. Doesn't mean that can't change, but I'll say it like I always say it. If it's going to change, Bitcoin's going to make this move to $1 million or whatever that the Bitcoin pros like to say. The first thing it's got to do is start going up. And it's not doing that right now. It's been horrible. Since that day, on the 10th, it's been horrible. It's never even gotten back to those levels, right? So until it starts to do well, I don't think it's the greatest place to deploy money. Sorry, Bitcoiners. I'm not saying that it's a Ponzi and that it's got no intrinsic value, although obviously I have said many times that a lot of the other coins don't. But whether this one does or not, time will tell. But it's not trading well. That's the bottom line. This is not the place to be super long right now until it starts to trade well, and then go for it. I got to tell you about everything. You might think something, but until the market agrees with it, there's no reason to be crazy about being in it. The market is not agreeing with us right now. That's clear. So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. And sort of my thoughts on everything else. I still think that the liquidity thing is driving this market. I still don't think that the liquidity thing is going away. And therefore, I still would be very hesitant to be short any asset, and particularly the stock market, gold, and all that. So that's how I sees it. And I hope that helps. And I hope everyone's doing okay. And we will talk again soon. Thank you very much for listening. Please like the video if you like it. Thank you.
Hi, I just wanted to say, if you like these daily videos, we do them 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, for people, and it costs, $10 a month. And I try to include a lot of other lessons as I go through, as you see in the daily videos as well. For that $10 a month, you also get our COT charts on equity indices and crypto. So if you think that's worth it, give it a shot. All right. And we hope to see you there. Thanks.